May I now request TiE Charter Member, Mrs. Anisha Cherian, Managing Director, Chamanur Academy and Systems Private Limited, to introduce the speaker for today. Ma'am, please.
Yes. Good evening to you all. As Anup introduced, I am Anisha Cherian. It's my privilege to introduce to you Gokul Raghunathan, founder of Mind Diligence. His mission is positive psychology in the workplace and wellness consulting. His other areas of engagement is management consulting and behavior insights. He's a psychologist who has turned to be a management professional with 10 years of experience in organizational development, mindfulness, and well-being. He has worked with over 50 plus organizations and helped them multiple industries, including retail, manufacturing, infrastructure, startups, and including the state police forces. He has done his graduation and master's in psychology, MBA in HRM, and is an alumnus of IIM Calcutta. In the last 10 years, he has designed and delivered over 400 learning organizational development projects for clients across industries. Today, in this scenario of uncertainty, this topic, mindfulness and resilience, is very, very relevant. We are all very confused. We're also very anxious about the future. There is no clarity in terms of what the future holds for us in terms of business and entrepreneurship and jobs. And these two terms, mindfulness and resilience, is extremely important. I believe the word mindfulness means to be fully present in the moment and to take every day as it comes. And the term resilience, I believe, is the number one quality that as an entrepreneur we need today just to face the challenges. So I'm really looking forward to your session, Gokul, and over to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the introduction and the kind explanation of what resilience and mindfulness is and its significance during this time. Thank you so much, madam. I hope all the participants will join from different fields, mostly entrepreneurs and business leaders and other people who are experts in their own field. I hope all of you are safe right now and all of you safe and sound in wherever location you are put in at. So let me go ahead and start what we call mindfulness and resilience. All we need to leave for now and later. So we all know that this topic is of significance right now, much significance. The world around us is changing in the fastest pace right now. We used to call it as a VUCA world. Right now, the world has become even more VUCA in the last few days or the last few months. For businesses, yes, it is the most trying times. Some businesses has flourished, we know. Some of them are affected, and for some others, it has been a very tough time. They even had to rethink their all business model and all revenue model they had been working on. Same time, at a personal or work level, we have all been started working from home. All of a sudden, all the people around the world are working from home, which means we are expected to shift faster between our work and personal responsibilities. We used to call it the work you and the home you. Earlier we had a work you go to work, you come back home, you spend some time, there is some time in between, there are a lot of activities in between. Right now, there is no difference in between. You work from one place, you live from one place. So the work you and the home you are in one place. And the responsibilities you are supposed to manage both at the same time, which will include a lot of stressors around. Also, from the outside world, we know we have a lot of information, which in turn happens to have a lot of, say, fear, anxiety, and the uncertainty of the future. What the future holds for me, or what the future holds for my company. So this is a tough time. The stress and anxiety is mounting, even though we know it or we don't know it. So right now in the new normal, as we call it, for us to sustain and to win the new normal, all we have to do is to be a better version of ourselves. That's all we can do. So fundamentally, what we just spoke about businesses are our work and our personal life. The two things an executive of today is supposed to manage well. One is his own well-being, how my mind works during this time. Two is his productivity and effectiveness. When I say productivity and effectiveness, in whatever work I do. So balancing these two acts, there is only one tool that can help us, manage both. Or as we say, there is only one tool will simultaneously help me managing my well-being and also my productivity. And that tool is nothing but mindfulness. Some of you would have heard of this term. Some of you are experts. Some of you are practicing. Let's see. Anyway, since considering the crowd, I am not going to the details of the technical terms. I'll not keep it very detailed and scientific. I'll keep it very short, simple, and sweet, so that everyone in the crowd can pick it up as a tool. What mindfulness is, what resilience is, and how this will help me today and in the future. Also, by the end of the 1 hour of webinar, I should give you a takeaway as a responsibility. So what we're doing today is, by the end of the workshop, we will suggest 3 quick mindfulness tools that you can practice from tomorrow, or practice from right after the closure of this webinar. So today we'll be majorly covering what mindfulness is, because it's a tool. Resilience is an even more bigger term, but even more important as well. So how this both is connected? So I will start with the idea and concept of mindfulness. So first of all, since we have set the problem, we've identified what the problem is. Before going ahead to the solution right away, let me also show you something. I mean, what we do is, you can see the screen, I hope. We will slowly go ahead and identify a few skills, different skills, every executive or every entrepreneur or every business leader needs to have right now. All the skills are all you know, but we have a purpose of identifying them, exactly what each tool is.
Gokul, your audio is a bit weak, so if you can just increase the voice.
Oh, sure. Is it any good now?
A bit more probably.
Hello, is it better? Hello?
No, it's the
No,
same way.
it is the same. Is it any better now?
Yeah, it is better now. Yeah.
It is better now.
Yeah, it's better now. It's better.
Great. Okay. Sorry about that. So we were saying that since we had identified the problem, working on our well-being and productivity, and there is a tool called mindfulness and how resilience helps. You have set the problem and solution. Let me also go ahead and identify a few skills that every executive today or every business leader of today should have. We know what these skills are, what all the skills are, but still. Again, this is an old slide which we used to use. Like last year, even till last 4 months before, we used to use this. The impact of automation in the world. The automation will impact 50% of the world economy, 1.2 billion of employees, $14.6 trillion in wages. Right now, as we know, the elephant in the room is not automation or future technologies. It is but COVID-19, a pandemic, which has this much impact, or impact is even worse than this. So set you the context about how fast the world is changing. This is an old but interesting picture. 1900, Fifth Avenue, New York City. This is a very old picture which has been surfaced very recently. All you see, all the mode of transport here in the picture is either by walking or you can identify only one car in this picture, the old street in 1900, which is being rounded here. 13 years later, the same Fifth Avenue, New York City, same avenue, same place where the photograph has been taken. Now, in the 13 years time, you were supposed to identify a horse ride in between, or a horse in between all the cars. So here from all the horse carts and horse rides, to hear all horse rides and only one, all cars and only one horse ride, it only took 13 years. This is in the 19th century, 1900 and 1913. Right now, we know the speed in which the world around us is changing is even more faster. You don't even need 13 years. 13 months would change world upside down. We had seen that a month or a few weeks had changed the world upside down around us. People from different locations, our work, our profession, our personal life, and the way we do businesses has changed. And this is how the world is moving right now. So one of the most important skill or the ability that we need to have is emotional well-being. Of course, yes, because we need to manage all the stress, anxiety, and depression around us. Also, we need to improve our emotional well-being because as leaders, we are the people who talk to other stakeholders and employees. The change which has been happening is not in our control. We are not supposed to make changes to the outside world. We can't do it right now. All we can do is change what is inside. So this is typically what the world called as a black swan event. If you had read the book Black Swan, or if you have ever come across the theory of Black Swan, you would know. And I suppose that everyone wouldn't have read Black Swan or have heard of Black Swan. This is what a Black Swan is. Any event which comes as a surprise, has a major impact, and is rationalized by the hindsight after occurrence as if it is expected. Examples are 9/11, Internet, World War First, etc. Now we have, it is also called the unknown known. Unfortunately, the writer of the book, the author of the very book, Black Swan, doesn't think yet that this COVID-19 pandemic is a black swan yet. But in the business, we have no other option than calling it a black swan. They're unlikely to happen, but would have severe consequences if they had happened. We know how to equate this to our current reality. I said that emotional well-being is one. In between, I just important skill that everyone needs to have is, since the events are such huge changes in very little time, we don't know what is coming. We only know once it has happened. We are supposed to adapt in a very fast manner. I'll keep on saying this, that the businesses do in that last for a long period of time. We want to build a business which we can adapt anytime to any situation. So for that, to even twisting your business plan or revenue model little bit, or your people strategy, or whatever you have to think a lot. Hence, creativity and innovation. All management magazines and all consulting firms write a lot